I thought this was the best Ubaldo has thrown the ball so far, despite the outing where he was throwing that no-hitter and those 7 innings against Texas. I mean, he was, in command the whole time. Even after those first two guys got on, he looked very confident out there. 16 out of 24 first pitch strikes. That's what he needs to do. I had all day, I had in the count. I mean, once we look over that, it was just night and day. And kept up his velocity, was able to use all his pitches, and that's what we need. I mean, Rad was very encouraged because he looked relaxed, he looked fluid with his delivery and everything. So we'll see where this takes us. The offense was, very good. We had a very good approach against Felix Hernandez, and anytime you can score 4 runs off of him, I mean, you feel like you have a chance. And then we ended up piling up 4 more later on, and guys had good approach, just top to bottom in the lineup. Hafner hit some balls pretty hard. Santana, Brantley had some good at-bats, and Johnny, walked a few times and got a hit. So up and down the lineup, we had very good at-bats. And Chu continues to set the table well. I mean, he swinging the bat well and making things happen on the top of the order. So it was good. It was good that Ubaldo was able to bounce back and pitch as well as he did.
Do you think having a large cushion kind of helps Ubaldo, because then you can kind of focus on his...
Well, hold on there with a large cushion. I mean, it was 4-3 after the second inning. He only had like 1-run lead, and that's something that, at first I felt like, we got those 4 runs of a Felix. We need to stay ahead of them. But after we scored those 4 runs, obviously it does help. But it looked from the beginning that, he looked relaxed and under control. He did a very good job in that first inning of getting himself out of a jam. Usually when you have second and third with no outs at this level, it's automatic 2 runs. I mean, you're ground ball to the right side away from driving 1 and moving 1 over, which is another key at bat. It brings me to another key at bat that Hafner did that for us today. He did it in Minnesota a couple of days ago, and that's something that we take pride on, because we need to do every one of those things right.
Manny, anything specifically about the approach against Hernandez, considering how well he was the last time out?
Well, we wanted to be aggressive early. I mean, you just can't let him get in a rhythm. Once he gets in a rhythm, you're pretty much done. I mean, he's so good, and all of his pitches are so good. And, we were aggressive early against him. I'm not saying that's going to work all the time, but, we had some good at-bats, and we fought him hard to a point that even before we scored those extra 4 runs, I mean, his pitch count was up there. I mean, the guys had very good at-bats.
With you getting on base 3 times again today, do you feel like he's really embracing that role, maybe being a little bit more of a table setter in addition to driving in guys?
Well, I don't know if he's done it in the past, and all we did was try to make sure he understands that he's only going to lead off 1 time. That's it. After that, the lineup started rolling over, and his job is just to be himself. And whether he's embracing it or not, I mean, we'll see. But we like what he brings to the table. I mean, he's an on-base percentage guy, and that's what we need on the top of the order right now.
Man, you think you might leave him there?
You think?
Indefinitely?
He's there tomorrow
No,
again.
Indefinitely. I mean, has that crossed your mind?
We'll see where that takes us. I mean, it depends on everybody else in the lineup. I mean, our team has evolved over the last couple of years, where we didn't have Jason Kipnis, 2 years ago, and Cabrera hadn't developed into the type of hitter he is today. That he can drive and runs and hit some balls out of the ballpark. So that changes how you can move guys around in your lineup.
Do you think that hitting there has helped his confidence?
I think having success. Before he started leading off, he was swinging the bat better. He's just like every one of us. I mean, when you're playing better, obviously you get more confidence, and he was swinging the bat better. And now that he continues to do that, his confidence is going to grow, and he's a guy that we need. I mean, we're not going to go anywhere unless this guy hit the way he's capable of.
Can you talk about what you saw on the two error play in the first, Santana coming all the way around? I mean, that was pretty good hustle on his part.
Yeah, no, it's a play we took a shot on. You know, delayed steal, two outs, 2 strikes, and you know, it worked for us. But Carlos, he deserves a lot of credit because he never slowed down and took a shot there earlier in the game, and that was a pretty big run. I mean, when you errors or no errors, when you're able to put up a 4 spot against Felix Hernandez in the first inning, you know, you feel like you have a chance.
Brantley keeps swinging a pretty hot bat. How much is his versatility and his ability to pretty much hit anywhere really help you?
Big time, and we saw that last year too. I mean, Michael just gives you quality of bats. I mean, he's been giving us quality of bats for a while now. He got into a deep hole at the beginning of the season, but you know, he doesn't panic, and that's the thing. When he gets guys on bases, he can pick up those cheap RBIs and then give you quality at bats when guys are in scoring position with 2 outs. He can start a rally if he's leading off the inning. He's very versatile for us, and you know, I value, you know, his at bats. That's one of the reasons why I think he can really help us there.